Hello everyone, my name is Brett Murphy and I will be your host for Rec Hub Sports News. In this video, I'll be breaking down everything you need to know from the week of June 1st in the Rec Hub Society Floor Hockey League. First, let's look at some notable games that took place on Sunday the 1st and Tuesday the 3rd. On Sunday, the Sailors continued to hold their position at the middle of the pack by going 1-1. Taking down the Velociraptors by a score of 8-3, but coming up short against the Floor Hogs 9-3. The Raiders hope to maintain their third place position as they managed to muscle out big victories over the Velociraptors and the Sunnyvale Superstars. Meanwhile, the Black Rock Bulls and Purple Cobras continued fighting for higher positioning in the standings by both going 2-0. As the Bulls beat Sunnyvale and the Huskies, while the Cobras beat the Seagulls and the newly introduced Rampage. Speaking of the Rampage, this was their first week of play, and what better way to kick things off and make a statement than by taking down the undefeated #1 seed Rusty Pigeons. Though not without its controversy, thanks to a ref not being available to oversee the game. It was ultimately decided that the Rampage did indeed hand the Rusty Pigeons their first loss in a close 13-12 game. Moving on to the games that took place on Tuesday the 3rd at Center 200. The Purple Cobras continued putting up huge numbers, as they took down Sunnyvale 8-1 and the Velociraptors 17-1. The Black Rock Bulls weren't far behind them, with two big victories of their own, defeating the Velociraptors 15-1 and the Sailors 6-2. The Raiders tried to hold steady in third place with a 6-2 victory over the Northside Chiefs before succumbing to the pressure of the Rusty Pigeons in a 21-1 game. Both the Northside Chiefs and Royal Huskies dropped 2 games on Tuesday night, while the Cape Breton Seagulls went 1-1. Now let's switch over to the current standings before we head into the top point getters and this upcoming week's games. For the first time in a few weeks, we see some major shifts in the standings. Though the Rusty Pigeons and Floor Hogs hold steady in first and second place respectively, the Black Rock Bulls have officially moved their way into third place, tied for points with the Raiders. The Purple Cobras have entered the top 5, sitting comfortably in 5th place with 31 points. Behind them are the Sailors in 6th, just 1 point up on the 7th place Chiefs. We then have a very tight race as the Sunnyvale Superstars have 20 points, with the Royal Huskies and Seagulls hot on their heels, tied with 18 points. Now, just like last week, let's dive into some of the stats before we close things out. To no one's surprise, Josh McCaskill remains in that top spot as he nears 200 points, with Jordan Moss a little behind him but still managing to surpass 150 points himself. In third, we still have Sam Gillis. Outside of other Pigeons and Hogs, we have Stevie Clark in 6th place with 90 points. When it comes to the goal leaders, Moss maintains a slim lead over McCaskill, with 6 goals separating the teammates. Behind them in third is once again Sam Gillis. Stevie Clark of the Northside Chiefs makes an appearance at 5th place, while Davis McGinnis cracks the top 10 by holding down that 9th place spot. The rest of the spots are dominated by Pigeons and Hogs. As for assists, Josh McCaskill is the first to crack the 100 mark in this category, and maintains a big lead. Jordan Moss holds down his 2nd place spot with 62, but Sam and Ben Gillis are not far behind. Appearances from other teams include Stevie Clark in 6th, Ethan Stanwyck in 8th, and Drew McIntyre in 10th. Now here's a quick glance at the updated goaltending stats. As always, if you'd like to go through these in more depth or see the stats of every other player in the league, you can visit the Rec Hub Society Floor Hockey League's Facebook page. Alright, let's close things out by taking a look at some of the matchups ahead of us for the week of June 8th. The Purple Cobras have their work cut out for them as they try to hold on to their 5th place spot, potentially even working their way up higher with some wins, as they go against the 4th place Raiders and the 2nd place Floor Hogs. The Rampage seek to continue making a name for themselves as they go head to head with the Sailors and the Black Rock Bulls. The Sunnyvale Superstars look to build on their 2-point lead as they've been matched up against the Floor Hogs and the Sailors, while the Royal Huskies look to bounce back with games against the Velociraptors and the team they're currently tied with, the Seagulls. Let's jump over to the game set to take place on Tuesday, June 10th. The Sunnyvale Superstars look to round out their week by increasing their lead in the standings and closing the gap between them and the Sailors and Northside Chiefs with games against the Chiefs and Velociraptors. The Black Rock Bulls will try to hold on to their third place spot when they go toe-to-toe with the Purple Cobras and the Seagulls. The Sailors will certainly have their work cut out for them as they've been matched up against the Purple Cobras and Rusty Pigeons. And lastly, a Clash of the Titans styled matchup goes down when the first place Rusty Pigeons face off against the second place Floor Hogs. And that wraps us up for this week's Rec Hub Society Floor Hockey League recap. Don't forget to follow the Rec Hub Society on Facebook and subscribe to the YouTube channel where recorded games will be uploaded and recaps just like this one can be seen.